Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs podcast? Welcome to the Chiefs Blitz Podcast, brought to you by ChiefsBlitz.com, your top source for Chiefs news. Our podcast is produced by Bowtie Sports and hosted by Nick Athan, Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, Hense Todd, and special contributor, Fox sports reporter and anchor, Harold Kuntz. Please like and subscribe to our show. Now let's talk Kansas City Chiefs football.
All righty, welcome to the next edition of the Chiefs Blitz Podcast. I'm your host, Nick Athan. Welcome all, welcome all Chiefs fans. It is Friday, February 13th. Remember, you guys, make sure you get your Valentine's tomorrow for your ladies. Valentine's Day. I'm your host, Nick Athan, with Mr. Hense Todd, Mr. Lou Montagna, Coach Andre Tillman. We are here, gentlemen. How are we?
Let's go.
I'm good. I'm ready to rock and roll, man. It's Friday.
13th. Crazy stuff happening.
Hey, man. Babies might be made, man. Somebody might be planting the seed.
Might be made. What kind of...
If I read my feed properly, looks the NFL may have come up on the short end of a couple of court rulings. The NFLPA one about they did win one. They won one against the players, which about making the report cards public. So I guess they're not going to be able to do that. But the other one is the Brian Flores and that group and how those cases get adjudicated. So if it holds up, they may have to go to court on that one versus having Roger Goodell be the judge and jury, which just sounds ridiculous. That when you say it out loud, it just sounds so stupid. But that's the way it's been. So that'll be an interesting one. Brian Flores and his group, and that's a win for the coaches.
So what's the situation though, Lou? What they going to court for?
Well, I guess it has to do somewhat with the Rooney Rule. He is suing them based that a lot of his interviews were sham interviews just to comply with the Rooney Rule, that he wasn't really being considered for the job, just being brought in. And there's some other guys, but Brian Flores is like the name on it. At least that's the one that gets thrown out there a little bit more. And they had gotten to the point where they're looking for a ruling, but in the NFL's, I don't even know if they have a constitution, bylaws, whatever, that Roger Goodell, kind of like some of these cases of player misconduct, he's kind of the judge. He sets down. It's arbitration. He's the court. He's the judge, and he gives the rule. And it just seems really unfair. While the court that listened to the case said, no, you can't do that. So they may have to go to court. And actually, some of these either owners, GMs will have to testify in open court about their hiring practices.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That sounds like a very lot, Lou.
It's important, right? I mean, we had 10 openings this offseason, and Robert Saleh, who's Lebanese, is the only person of color that got a head coaching job. So you can't force people to do things that they don't want to do, but it also has to be a fair process. So it's a pretty big deal.
Right. They got a big problem on their hand, because that's changing a lot of practices in the good old boy network, and it's not right at any level. And I don't know what the fix is.
There really isn't, because
one.
You've got a bunch of billionaire owners who aren't really used to being told what to do in any other walk of life that they have, and now all of a sudden, you're not going to tell me. In most cases, I think they really have an idea who they want to hire before the process even starts.
Yep.
It's rare that somebody just comes in, blows them away, and they change their mind. So, but hey, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, and because it's. There's a lot of money involved, so of course there's going to be pushback. So we'll see how this goes in court. And I think Gruden actually got a ruling to go on his favor as far as
he can now proceed,
getting them to go to court and have to testify. So
interesting. Interesting. But,
Yes.
Well, Hense, your boy Winston is really on your coattail. He's really loving what
Hey,
you
Weston,
saying.
did you get your package, dude? You didn't respond. Come on, man.
Package.
Hey, well, Weston want all offense. He tired of us. Well, technically me talking about pass rushers and whatnot. I'm just saying. He said the offense sucks. So I mean, I get it. I get it. I'm still decent though. The offense was still decent, you know.
So, with Gruden, what's going to go on with that? What they say about that, Lou? I know you said something about Gruden got a win.
Well, again, it's kind of the same thing as Flores' case, is that it won't just be in front of Goodell and he makes the decision as far as how they're going to proceed. So if it goes to court, he'll have a much better opportunity because now these billionaires are going to get called in
one by one.
And if it's anything that shows that they colluded against him, and the fact that he was really the only one, even though there was a bunch of other people involved in these emails, and a lot had to do from the Commanders' end of things, and it's so that was a whole other bowl of wax. But yeah, he basically had to give up his career, because he fired off some. And again, they were tasteless emails, but between him and Bruce Allen and with the Commanders before the ownership change, when Daniel Snyder still owned the team.
Well, I mean, John's got a pretty successful podcast, and he seems like he wants to coach again. And
right. So that's the interesting thing. I mean,
this is a settlement. I think this will be a settlement deal.
Right, and he may get money, but it doesn't mean that all of a sudden the owners are going to say, "Okay, fine, we'll hire you now."
Somebody will give him a chance.
We'll see. I think they would have by now. I mean, it's very, very odd.
With the lawsuit in limbo, I can see why they wouldn't. I mean, they're obviously colluding.
Yeah, I mean, they bring John back, and that's the basis of his case. So they're making his case for him.
They are. They would be smart to change their tune on this one. I think this one they got a pretty good chance to lose.
Yeah. So
all right.
Yeah. So with that said, what do you have for us today?
Can we tell it's the off season here?
Yes, we're just rambling today.
All right. Yeah. Is everybody up? Caffeine, maybe a little.
Maybe up, man. Y'all talking about lawsuits. People want to get right into the draft. They want to get right to the meat.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Plenty of time for the draft. So anyway, even though it's the off season, it is time for your favorite segment, Hense's Fact or Cap. That's right. I'll read a series of statements with happenings around the National Football League, and you can decide whether that statement is fact or cap. So without further ado, here we go. Number one, a lot of chatter out there regarding Kenneth Walker III. Guy blew up here at the end of the year. I mean, his timing couldn't have been better. Perfect. MVP of the Super Bowl. God bless him. Zach Charbonnet gets hurt, so now he's getting the bulk of the work, and he came through. Not so much against the Rams, but every other team they played against, he kind of balled out. But the statement is this: whether it's the Chiefs or any other team, they will regret giving KW3 the bag. Fact or cap, Hensley?
Oh, I thought you was going Nick, but yeah, I have to say I think it'll be a fact because paying him that much, off a back end of a show, even though I like Walker, I would love to see him in a Chiefs uniform, but paying all that money, I don't know. I can see that, it probably died right then and there. So I can see that being not, I go fact with that. So go ahead.
I don't disagree with Hans. I'm going to go fact as well. He's not the running back that I would pay the bag to. That's more Breece Hall than anything else. I think he's the number one back out of this free agent class. Unless the Jets tag him, which they could. They're vengeful enough to let him come to Kansas City at the trade deadline. So who knows what that team's going to do? But I'm a fact on this one.
So, Coach, ask the question again. I want to make sure I'm hearing this right.
It's a statement, Coach. The Chiefs or any other team will regret giving KW3 the bag.
No way. I say cap. No way, because he been producing. You know what I'm saying? I know you stated earlier talking about against the Rams, but other than that, when it count, them are clutch points. That's clutch money. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go cap. You won't regret it. They won't regret it.
So I mean, I was looking into like just his history. I mean, over 4 years, the first season he played 15 games, 11 games, and then this year he played in all 17 plus the playoffs. So as far as a running back, that's probably not too bad. Now he did, for the most part, in the last couple of years, share the backfield with Zach Charbonnet, so it wasn't like he was taking a lot of abuse. So for the signing team, that's probably a good thing. But he is a little bit, I wouldn't say, he's average at best as far as a receiver out of the backfield. So again, depending on how you want to use him, that could factor into your decision. But yeah, it's going to be a tough one to see what team really is willing to step up. You've got some other ones. Nick mentioned Breece Hall. There's Travis Etienne. I don't know how you feel about Rico Dowdle, but he seemed, once he got the opportunity, kind of ran with it for Carolina. So we'll see. We'll see what the market is, but there are several of them out there. Okay, number 2. I mentioned earlier as far as all the different new coaches, and you saw what New England was able to do this past season. 4-13, they go to the Super Bowl. You've got a defensive coach takes over in Tennessee, Robert Saleh. Second-year quarterback. Stop me if you've heard this before. Defensive-leaning new head coach. Last place schedule. Come on. Yeah. So the statement is this: Saleh and Borgonzi will make the Titans next season's Patriots. Maybe not go to the Super Bowl, but be a playoff team. Fact or cap?
I'll say they'll be cap. We see what he did with the Jets. They didn't go nowhere. He had a lot of talent there. And then they're going over there with the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans don't know what they want to do. It is an organization. It's just like the Arizona Cardinals. So, I would say that will be a strong cap. They will be a good team, but I don't see what they're doing what New England did when it's all said and done. So that would be a cap for me.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Hense. I'm a cap all the way on this one. I like Robert Saleh. I think he's a great coordinator. Remains to be seen if he can be a great head coach. I think there is some talent there on offense. I'm not sold on the quarterback. I don't know if the organization is sold on the Cam Ward, but I think when you look at this team, I don't think we're going to see surprises next year. I think you're going to see the return of the old guard, rising back to the creme de la creme of the AFC in particular. Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, maybe the Ravens, Chargers will be there, Broncos will be there. I don't think there's going to be any surprises in the 7 teams that make the AFC playoffs next year.
Coach,
so I'm gonna go cap. I'm gonna have to agree with Gold Jacket himself, which is very rare for me to do. I'm gonna go cap because he is a great defensive coach. Now the defense side of the ball is gonna be nice, but as far as the overall team play, no, I don't see it. So I'm gonna have to go cap on this one.
Again, last place schedule, second-year quarterback, plenty of cap space, defensive leading head coach. The ingredients and Mike Borgonzi at the helm. Let's go. All right, number 3. This one's going to be a little bit different. We're going to rapid fire, and you're only going to get the one that I direct to you, okay?
All right, fair enough.
And this one's going to go, how well do you know your new running back coach, DeMarco Murray? So, Hense, DeMarco wore number 28 as an NFL player. Fact or cap?
That'll be cap because he wore number 29 with the Cowboys. So I have to say there will be a cap.
All right, very good. Played for 3 teams, Nick. Fact or cap?
I believe it was 4. Titans, Cowboys. I can't remember, but I think it's 4.
Fact or cap? So you're going cap?
Yes.
It's a fact. Dallas, Tennessee, and Philadelphia.
Okay, it was 3.
Coach, he rushed for 1,000 yards 3 times. Fact or cap?
Cap.
Anything to add?
Nope.
Okay.
Rapid
It's a
fire.
fact. 3 times with Dallas in 13 and 14, and then once with Tennessee in 16.
Maybe he's not one of my favorite running backs. You know what
Back
I'm
to
saying?
Hensley. Career-long 75-yard TDs. He did it twice. Fact or cap?
That will be a straight fact. He did it with Cowboys, and he did it with I think he did it with the Eagles as well. So I would say that would be a fact.
Okay.
I think he won the other 2. I think he did with 2 of the Cowboys. Or
You were you went way off. Okay, so both of them came as Tennessee Titan, and he did it. Like I said, he did it twice, but he did have a 91-yard running touchdown as a rookie with the Cowboys.
Nice.
All right, Nick started coaching running backs at Arizona State in 2019. Fact or
that
cap?
is correct. No, he was at. Wait a second. Hold on. Fact. I thought it was USC, but I'll go Arizona State.
It is cap. It was the University of Arizona, the Wildcats. And finally, Coach, his wife is a rapper. Fact or cap?
Hell, what the hell? Fact.
Is cap. But she was a soap opera actress on the show Passions back in the day.
Passions. That was a while
So there
ago.
you go. There is your new running back coach, DeMarco Murray, lately of Oklahoma, where he went to school. There was a little, I don't know if it was an article or just like an excerpt of an article. I put it in GroupMe. I don't know if you got it, Hense, but something where it kind of aligning his styles with he and Coach Eric Bieniemy, and it was pretty interesting. It was a pretty interesting read about a couple of running backs at Oklahoma and what was expected when they came in, and what kind of happened with Coach Murray.
I don't think I had that one.
There was
All
a lot
right,
of
so
turnover.
there was a lot of talk this year when there were several transfers from the University of California, Berkeley this year. One was Fernando Mendoza. He went to Indiana. The other one was running back Jaden Ott that went to Oklahoma. And for some reason or another, I mean, you saw what Mendoza did in Indiana. Ott barely played. And if you read this excerpt, it had a lot to do with maybe Coach Murray feeling that he might have been a little bit more entitled than he should have been, and maybe didn't quite work as hard as he thought he should.
Yeah.
And he only played like 2 or 3 games, which is
took
amazing.
His bag. He took his
Still went to the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
He kind of flashed. He still
He's got a lot of talent. It
still seemed like the Jaden Ott that we saw at Cal. So, but interesting that, DeMarco and Coach EB, I think they're kind of cut from the same cloth. So there you have it.
Yep.
I think hiring him is going to be bringing that because he did have a lot of vision. You know what I mean? When you play with the Cowboys, the long runs, the contact balance. Him and EB, bringing that ability here in Kansas City. Hey, whoever the next guy or the next guy that comes in is going to be learning a lot from DeMarco and also from EB as well. I think this coaching staff is looking way better than it did last year. Probably.
Oh yeah, we got grown-ups now. I got another grown-up in the room.
Probably one of the best, the best one, the best he put together. You know what I mean? EB, putting together a well.
Another belt to ass guy. Just say it and be done with it.
No, Matt Nagy squad was nothing like this. We want guys that's going to come here and be guys. Nobody just
No one's going to mess with him. And Breece Hall is going to love being coached.
Nick made a statement. Nick said there's no doubt that Breece Hall is coming to the
Breece Hall will be a Chief.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He says no doubt.
Well, I don't know if they read some of those excerpts, they might want to go get the bag.
I think I think those are two running back philosophies that mesh.
No,
he's not running back. If he wants to get the big coin and get those incentives and win a championship, I'm telling you right now, Breece Hall makes the most sense of any running back that's available, including in the draft.
Stop it, sir. Breece Hall. I like Breece Hall. I love the kid, but he ain't no Jeremiyah Love. But other than that,
Iowa State, New York to Kansas City. That's
Nick may be on to something though. Nick may be on to something though.
Nick just
wishing
I
believe it.
They're not taking love.
But it was another thing that got thrown out there yesterday. That got the kingdom uproar. It got the Rams uproar. It's got everybody uproar about the potential of a trade of Lou's top guy. The T-Cuff or T-Murph.
Yeah.
T-Smurf. Go ahead, Lou.
Yeah. So talking ball. He's got this quote, or at least from his research from around the league, that they're saying, whoever his source is, expect the Rams to make a big-time trade for a cornerback. So, of course, the eyeballs shoot up, all the talk surrounding Trent McDuffie and what the Chiefs are going to do. Again, I don't know where these rumors are coming from as far as the Chiefs side of it go, but if the Rams are interested in trading for a corner, I'm sure this might be one of the phone calls they make. So Rams are sitting on a bunch of cap space, right? Chiefs need cap space and need to clear some money. So would Brett part with the 25-year-old lockdown corner for a first-round pick this year? Maybe they trade for a first-round pick for next year, because it seemed next year's draft might be a little more dense in some of the things that they're looking for. So
make the move.
Either way, I guess what it comes down to is, you're draft and develop. You've got this kid that isn't all pro. Are we going to be that team, or we just say, you know what? Thanks, but no thanks.
They don't value the position.
Hey, what did Janet say? What have you did for me lately?
No, that has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with the philosophy.
Especially at this age, right? He's only 25 years old. Yeah. The second contract. What does that say to other guys? But again, they don't have much of a say in it
cover tall
in terms
receivers,
of players, because those are draft choices in terms of your first contract. So that's not really going to give you much say in where you go. So hey, the Chiefs have all the control. So at this point, if you have this asset and you do get one of those crazy offers, I don't know that they're going to get the same offer that the Jets got for Sauce.
I don't think he's that.
But I would think if they offered up a first and a third, you got to consider it.
Why consider it though? I mean, Lou, that's your guy. Why consider that? I mean, do you still believe in T?
It doesn't fit.
Well, it's not use him. Okay, no. It doesn't have anything to do with it. Doesn't have
the salary cap structure.
It doesn't have anything to do with him fitting on the field, the salary cap, none of that stuff.
I'll just say he can't cover tall receivers.
In terms of building your team and where you're at right now. Would those two picks help you more than just having Trent? If you feel very comfortable with a J Watts Island, and you're going to pay him a lot less, his market is a lot less than Trent's would be, in an extension, and you feel comfortable with Noel Williams and any other corner that you might bring in, Noel Williams as well, or not Noel Williams, but Christian Fulton. Maybe you get another year out of him. You feel comfortable with that. Plus, you can add some premium draft picks.
Yeah, Watt Williams.
You got to consider it. Now, I don't know if you do it, but it really depends, because the Rams do have 2 first-round picks. Atlanta's pick, which I think is number 12 or 13, 14, and then their own pick obviously is further down in the late 20s.
Right.
So I would imagine they'd probably offer up the later of the 2 first-round picks, and then maybe throw in a third or a future pick. So
I'm gonna throw in my opinion. Just let him go, guys. We know he can't cover real tall elite receivers. You already got your squad already. You got Watt, you got Noel. You know what I'm saying? You got your boy. I picked. What's his name? Fulton. What's his name? Fulton. Whatever the case, he's tall as hell, man. He taller than McDuffie, and he plays better. You know what I'm saying?
They the same size.
You say that, sir. Maybe your cap on too tight. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is this, man. You go ahead and give him up. and you get some capital for him. You get some good capital for the guy. Hey, he's still solid. Like right now, we discussed it. Like he's not a franchise tag guy. You ain't gonna franchise him.
Yep.
Might as well go ahead and give him up.
I think that decision was made when they signed Karlaftis and George. You know what I mean? And you looking at Trey Smith's contract, then you looking at the cap. You know what I mean? Do they, even though they got him on a friendly deal for next year, what, $13 million? I think under the cap they're gonna have him for $13 million next year. Do they just hold on to him and then trade him next year? You know what I mean? The year after that, but that would be the smart move to do. You know what I mean? Because his cap number ain't gonna cost the team very much. His cap number ain't gonna,
No, it's very cap friendly. If you're looking at the top corners in the league making upwards of $25 and $28 million, and you have him for like 16 or whatever it is, the 5th-year option. Yeah, why wouldn't you? But then you kind of risk, at the end of the season, if he's not signed, you can't trade him at that point.
You can't, and they're not going to tag him because the tag number is too high. I mean, I think the Rams and the Cowboys will be the two teams, and hopefully Brett Veach has two teams that are going to want to bid against one another, kind of like the Tyreek Hill situation between Miami and the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets out, there'd be more than two teams.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's going to definitely be a 1. I think a 1 and a 3, and probably a 2 or 2, a swap of 2 or a swap of 4, something like that. The following year, I think makes a lot of sense. I think they'll get 3 picks in all for Trent McDuffie. I think he has that value. He's not going to get the Sauce Gardner deal. If someone's willing to give the Chiefs 2 first-round picks, he's gone. I just don't see that happening because he's a slot corner, better suited to play slot. That's where he became an all-pro. It wasn't being an outside corner.
Exactly.
And, he has played well, but I'm not sure that they're going to pay him. Now, Jalen Watson, we've all talked about this. If you're going to pay a corner, you pay an outside guy, you don't pay a slot guy. And McDuffie wants over $100 million, 115, 120 is going to be the price tag. I just don't do it. And they didn't pay Snead. Now, Snead supposedly is healthy, and it's quite likely he's going to be released from Tennessee. So maybe, they make a reunion there and they get him in a more cap-friendly situation. That's a possibility. But for me, you trade the 25-year-old who's got maximum value. You get it over with. You move on. You take the draft capital and you see what you can do to shore up your defense and to shore up your offense. Because, again, the Chiefs, once they do all the cap maneuvering, could have about 20 million, maybe 25 to sign free agents. And that doesn't leave them a whole lot. So they've got to hit on the
That's why they ain't signing Breece Hall. But let's get to this.
But again, those are first year numbers. So in terms of the salary cap. So I mean, even though it's 20 million, it's not 20 million and you sign 2 guys that make 10 million each and that's it. No, I mean, you can kind of massage that. The cap is the NFL cap is very soft. If you want to massage it, you can. And we'll see if the Chiefs decide to do that. But thus far, they haven't shown that they want to do that.
Let's get right into it. Joel Lance, who will the Chiefs put at corner then? No, he was good for a rookie, but was burnt many a times. Yes.
He wasn't burnt that many times. Yes. Were you watching Joel? Come on, buddy.
Hey, man, I agree with Joe Lance, man. Joe Lance is understanding my philosophy. You know what I'm saying? You can't get big money.
He was saying that Noah Williams was burnt so many times as a rookie. But I don't see that. That's exactly what he said, right? He said he was getting. Oh, snap. No, I got to disagree with you, buddy. My bad. I was getting too hyped now. I got to disagree. Noah Williams was the guy, man. He was the best DB for the Chiefs this year. I'm going to have to disagree with that one now. I said, hold on. Pump your brakes now. Do you agree with that, Lou? Lou, do you agree with that?
Well, I think we just talked about as far as Trent's concerned, what they would do. So
what did he say about Noah Williams?
Well, I mean, your rookie corner, I don't know how. I mean, it wasn't like he played all the snaps or even a high percentage of the snaps in every game. I mean, basically played like the last couple games of the season. So I don't know where he was getting burnt. I mean, I think Just about anybody that plays corner in this league gets burnt at some point. Now, was it a problem? Is it something that he just can't overcome? No, I don't think so. I think every reason they drafted him for still exists. He has the talent, and working with Dave Merritt, I have all the confidence in the world that any of these corners that they draft, especially, third, fourth round, are going to get the most out of their potential. So yes, that would be, you'd put Noel Williams out there, or if you re-sign Watson, he'll be out there. So there'll be a rotation of corner, and then you need at least 3 or 4 that can play. So, I mean, it's not, it's not like you're putting 2 guys out there and that's it.
Yep.
All right, go to that what Danny said, or Dennis Dre.
All right, Rams need serious help in their secondary. This will be good for the Chiefs. First and a second, possibility. First and a third.
Yeah, so that's the same thing Lou said. And you probably get a first and a third for if I would take either one of those. I know I like McDuffie. Everybody in the kingdom like McDuffie as well, but we seen what it happens with the big corners. That CD Lamb game against the Cowboys was I took his sleep and I hunted him up and I tied him up for him and I told him to get in the locker room because that was the day I was like, yep, if the Chiefs could get a first and a third for that, what happened against the Cowboys, it was terrible. It was a masterpiece that this guy was put on against Trent McDuffie, and I was like, Jesus Christ. If somebody could come and save McDuffie or just pull him out the game, I was like on Rocky. I was on Rocky, I was like Luke, bless his soul. I was like Rocky, throw in the towel. Like a read, it was not happening, and he was getting burnt left, right.
You invoke the name of the Lord. So
hey Lou, it kind of reminded me. Y'all remember Brandon Flowers? Y'all remember what Des Bryant did to Brandon Flowers? It kind of reminded me of
You're
that.
Not dissing my boy Brandon under any circumstance.
Man, Brandon Flowers is getting chewed out.
What about Miles? What about Miles Austin? I mean, no matter who they lined up at receiver, they were getting busy. You can point to any individual game from a particular corner. You can say, well, geez, this guy's awful. And some days that just happens. I mean, you're not okay. But over the long haul, I mean, I think he has shown enough to warrant a second contract. He's going to get it. It's just a matter of whether he gets it from the Chiefs or someone else. So, we can sit here and quibble about, whether he's this, he's that, the other. I think the league has spoken, and they kind of have him in that top 10 corner range, and that's outside, inside, wherever you're going to put him. So he does have value. It's just really a matter. Have they made the decision? If they've made the decision, we're going to pay Jalen Watson, then I think the decision has been made that we're going to try to get what we can for Trent.
Yeah. So other than Trent, man, I've seen some exciting news yesterday on Instagram where my parking lot was at the stadium.
Look at that.
Pushing the sled.
Pushing the sled, get back in shape, getting ready to come out here for 2026.
Donut.
When he was with when he was out there with the Kansas City Chiefs, they when he was in a lineup, the Chiefs defense was number 9 in the league, and he was second behind Chris Jones and pressures and everything else. So that after he went down, the defense went down. So the defense looked horrible.
No, he was pretty vital. You're right.
Yeah, so with him coming back in 2026, I think this can be a vital piece for the Kansas City Chiefs, aka parking lot. I see you got the sling on his leg out there putting in work. This could be a big key piece for the Kansas City Chiefs. I know we're looking at other people in the draft as well, but you also got to give him, he was a second round pick last year. Give him kind of hope, when he come back next year that this defensive line could look totally different.
I think we're counting on every draft pick from last year. We have to.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? All this, we got to count on him, this, that, and the other. I mean, I didn't see nothing from the guy, for real. He had one power slam against Hurts. He had a sidewalk slam against Hurts, and that was it. Like,
all right, Mr.
I didn't really see it. I didn't really see it from him.
All right, Mr. Stack guy, Sid the Science Kid hairstyle. Go up there and look it up the stats. Look at the stats for yourself.
The face plant isn't working for the visual here.
Hey,
keep your hands away from the moneymaker.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna go with Lou said a long time ago. It's what the eyes can see, man. And from what I've seen, besides this video of him trying to get back into the parking lot, you know what I'm saying? I'm like this. I want to see the man go out there and really make an impact on the game. I want to really go out there and really say, you know what? I'm more than a second round guy.
Yeah, we didn't.
I didn't really see it.
Okay, first off, the sample size was tiny. I mean, he barely played. I don't know how many snaps he played, but it wasn't that many. So, I mean, to sit here and like make a judgment like I didn't see this, didn't see that. No, nobody saw anything because there was a very small number of snaps that he played.
I'm just saying.
But the bottom line is, I mean, if you're saying like some of these kids from the draft class that now are free agents, if a lot of those guys are going to walk, last year's class is going to have to step up big time, and Norman Lott is one of those guys. They took him in the second round.
It's FAU in the first round, and look where his ass.
They're expecting some things. Right?
Nah, we got to maybe because what I'm saying is this, guys. Okay, for instance, like Washington Nolan from Arizona, right? Rookie came in, he was hurt, came in the game, impact the game. That's what I want to see from Norman Lott. That's what I'm talking about. I want to see that impact. There's no excuses.
Let me give you some facts on Norman Lott. First of all, he was injured in training camp. They asked him to put 10 pounds on, during training camp, which is a lot. Let me finish before you can add. That's a lot of weight to add while you're training and you're not 100% healthy. It looks like he's put that weight back on, which is good based on what we saw in that that sled push. So he'll have a couple of advantages. One, he'll be at the weight the Chiefs want him. He'll have plenty of time to get there without being rushed. They know what he can do, and a lot of their defensive schemes were dependent on him to do the things needed to be done to free up Chris Jones. So to me, this is like a free agent. He's going to be ready to go for the regular season. I think we hope. This is a good sign, and it does, if the Chiefs are confident that A, his weight's where they want it, B, he's going to be healthy, then it does affect how they move in the draft. And it does affect if they trade a guy like Trent McDuffie. And it does affect on how they're going to do stuff to make the changes they need to make on defense. And we all know what those changes are. But for me, I think they mishandled Norman Lott quite a bit. They're going to get a reset, and they better not screw it up this time because
all I'm saying, that's an excuse. Watch Nolan was hurt. He came in impact to the game. I'm just saying, ain't no excuses.
You said you the guy with the numbers.
It's not an excuse, dude. It's
what
happened.
It's an excuse. The man put on 10 pounds, lost 10 pounds, put on 10 pounds, got a boot on. I mean, guys, this is an excuse, man. Like, all I'm saying is this: he didn't really impact the game for me. Like, he didn't give Chris Jones no help.
I know, because you were too busy
when he was in there with the Chiefs, he had an 8.6 run rate.
He was
second behind Chris Jones. Second only on the defensive line behind Chris Jones. He was out there winning. So if you look at that numbers and you look at the defense, we're ranked number 9, in the league when he was in there. When he was there, then when he went down, it went down. The defense was horrible. Other than that, man, hey, you can say what you want to say, man. Parking lot is on his way back.
I'm better be take that. Hey, I hope he do come back. I hope he do come back. Got to Chris Jones some help. I'm just saying obvious, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's something positive coming out. There we go.
He is going to come back. We just don't know.
Oh yeah, Lou, thank you. He is going to come back now. That's a fact.
I mean, it's encouraging to see him, moving some weight around. He got the sleeve on his leg. I mean, it's all part of the comeback. So, but that's the thing is we don't know how long it's going to take for him to be back to be 100%. So, but based on why they drafted him and everything like that, and playing that inside tackle position, and his strength is getting upfield and getting after the quarterback. So,
oh man,
that's still there. So we
talk about stats, man. Can we bring up the defense being ranked 29th on third downs? Let's not overloom that. What we saying is this, man. We need consistent pressure in the middle. That's all we saying. That's all I'm saying.
When he was there, you know what I mean?
No,
and we kind of seen like that with Noah Williams, you know. I hope this year that Spags learned from that. Like, okay,
my bad, Dame. Look,
you got to play your rookies. You got to put them out there. Even if they showing signs and training camp that they playing better than your starters, you got to play the rookies. And he took so long for them to, you know, play, and you kind of see that, you know, messed up their development as well. For me, from what I understand and looking at from what I'm seeing on the field, when Noah Williams was out there, he was leading all rookies and corners and stats wise. And then, you know, I mean, you sit him down.
If you're on the field more than anybody else, typically you're going to lead, right?
Listen, we all know he's a good player, so he just needs to get healthy.
So,
if he's a
all
good
these
player,
guys develop at a different pace, and I don't know that. I mean, if they truly believe that they could play better than the guys that were in there, what would be the coach's, I don't know, advantage? They get paid to win, right? And if you're not winning, and you got guys that can go out there and win, what would be their advantage to not playing them?
I don't know, because
that
Noah Williams situation didn't make sense to nobody in the kingdom because he was playing phenomenal.
None of the way they handled the rookies this year made no sense.
It was
Massa didn't play. Noah Williams played, but
it was
he
a little
limited
different.
starts.
You would have liked to have seen a
Parking
little
lot
bit more.
Parking lot got a boot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that it didn't make sense.
But for some reason or another,
the
that's
boot thing.
He want to walk on. He got that Wayne head boot.
For some, I'm glad you think.
I think only you and your mother think you're
What does
funny.
that even mean? So
you ever seen Wayne head? You ever seen Wayne head, man? Well, Damian Wayne is a cartoon. You know what I'm saying? He had that boot on. You know what I'm saying?
Damon Wayans. Okay.
Damon
Yeah, check it out, man. It's called Wayne head, man.
All right.
Anyway,
let's change the topic.
Where would I find that, Coach?
You will find it on. You can YouTube that. You can definitely YouTube.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
So with that said, man, Brett Veach has got, you know, I mean, the salary cap. He got all this stuff that's going on. You know, the draft is coming up. You know, I mean, I know everybody's saying running back. You know, pass rusher. You know, I mean, what are they going to do? Lou put it out there. Not Lou, but Nick put it out there. What are they going to do with the backup quarterback? Even though Patrick Mahomes is injured, we think he's training to come back. What can they do with backup? You know, is they going to bring in Minshew back? Is they going to go try to look at somebody else's younger guys that's going to be out there on the market? Or these guys, you know, what can they do with the backup quarterback position? Or going to be the starter?
I posted today at ChiefsBlitz.com that I thought Derek Carr, who's indicated a willingness to come back, play for the right team. Now, whether he'd be a 4-game starter or 2-game starter and back up Patrick, you know, remains to be seen. But I think the coaching would do him well if he decides to keep playing after this season. I haven't heard a lot about Minshew coming back. I'm not sure they were satisfied enough with what they saw with him on the field. To me, Derek Carr makes a lot of sense. He's 34. He's completely healthy now. He's got train wrecked in New Orleans. He wasn't appreciated as much in with the Raiders as he probably should have been. He was their heart and soul. If he's willing to swallow his pride a little bit and he can get out of his deal with the Saints, which is the big bugaboo. It may take a 7th round future pick or something like that, you know, to get him, and then they'd have to restructure his contract. But to me, Derek Carr makes the most sense. If Patrick has some sort of issue and he can't be there till October, here's a guy with NFL starter, AFC West experience. He's got a cannon of an arm. If given time, the guy can make a lot of really good decisions with a football. This would be the most talented offense, and with a better coaching staff, better running backs coach, wide receiver coach, offensive coordinator that's going to keep you in your grill, get in your grill, and make you accountable, and all the things we've been hearing for the last 2 weeks. To me, this is the guy that makes the most sense, and I would jump on the table to bring Carr as the backup of the Chiefs if he's willing to do it.
Yeah,
do you agree with that, Luke?
The caveat is that's from the Chiefs' perspective.
Yep.
Now, I don't know, far be it from me, but I always take it from the player's perspective. I mean, to me, the situation would be Pittsburgh, potentially Minnesota, because if Rodgers isn't coming back, now you're starting for a team that you can say what you will. They won their division last year. So that would be a place that he's going to start all 17 unless he got hurt, and they would contend for a division title. No problem. Minnesota, yes, JJ McCarthy is the long-term guy there, but if they're still not feeling 100%, like this kid's ready to go, or maybe he needs more time, whatever, that could be a situation
They
that he would go to.
They let go Super Bowl winning quarterback. He's not going to go there.
So, well, he won the Super Bowl after he, right. I mean, they didn't know he was going to win the Super Bowl, but I'm sure they regret that too.
I'm sure they do too.
But, so from the player's perspective, it's totally different. But to come in and back up a franchise all-timer, I don't think that he's coming back to do that. So
right. I don't know, $5 million contract for 1 year, a chance to work with Andy and with Patrick and, get some better coaching. Maybe he extends his career, or maybe he's someone they trade at the deadline. I mean, anything's possible, but
right. But
I don't think it's out of the question.
So, Nick, you saying come back as a backup? Lou stating like the man want to come back and play. He want to contend.
I think
I think so too. I don't disagree.
If he's going to get his shoulder ready, right? Because that was the big thing, right? I mean, if it's like 100% or close to, if he's going to put his body through all the crap to get ready to come back and play, he's going to want to be somewhere where he's going to be the starter, unquestioned. Mm-hmm. So, or at very least have the opportunity to compete. You're not going to compete with Patrick Mahomes. I don't care what anybody said. You're not coming, and maybe you get to start a couple of games. That he ain't coming back for that. I mean, all the points you made of why the Chiefs would want him, absolutely. But in terms of him, the guy, he left $30 million. I mean, he could have waited, I guess, another week or whatever in New Orleans. They owed him another $30 million. And he said, no, I'm not going to take your money because I can't play.
Yeah.
So he's a man of faith, whatever. If he's going to do this, it's going to be for the right situation where he's going to be the guy.
So basically, he's not playing back a second fiddle to nobody.
And he's also one of his good friends is on the Chiefs roster.
No.
The man who torments him the most, Chris Jones.
There you go.
Well, but that would be nice, but I'll say no. I'll be against it. I'll say nah, don't bring him in. But if it's going to be a guy they need to look at, is probably Jameis Winston, or
no.
Or
Nick says no.
Or you bring in if Malik Willis, I think that's his name. Malik Willis from the Green Bay Packers. If he, you have a young guy that you can groom, he's young. He still can, he come and learn the system.
You guys always look at things from the Chiefs' perspective. Put yourself in
Neither one of those guys are coming to the Chiefs.
Put yourself in Malik Willis's shoes. He wants to go be a starter somewhere.
Malik wants to start. I agree. Malik wants to
start. And he is going to get looks as a starter, and he's probably going to get paid.
I agree with Lou, man.
Maybe not like, at the top of the market, but like he could get a Sam Darnold contract. He get a Baker Mayfield contract. I think he's shown enough when it has.
Okay, what team would we get if he do choose? What team is
the teams I talk about? Pittsburgh, Minnesota. Arizona is going to need an answer at quarterback. There's plenty of teams. It's just really a matter. Okay, the deal, the fit. Hey, he's playing with one LaFleur. Maybe he goes to the other one.
Exactly.
He feels comfortable. Feels comfortable in a similar system. Who knows?
Yeah.
But he is going to have opportunities as a starter for sure.
I think Kirk Cousins would be a good fit for the Kingdom because, like I said, he's been playing backup damn near last couple years in the league. It'd be a good fit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what Kirk Cousins can do. He's still a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's still
from the Chiefs' perspective, makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, because even from his perspective, from like he's trying to start. Kurt ain't trying to start, and I'm saying if I was Kurt, I ain't trying to see it. I got
all those teams that I mentioned. If they get shut out, would you rather? You're going to take a chance. You're going to draft a rookie and like depend on him to come in and be the guy right away.
I got all this money, and I shop at Walmart and Target. You think I'm worried about starting? I'm not worried about none of that stuff. I want to go into a team and learn. You know what I'm saying? Kirk Cousins reminds me of a guy that if he does retire, he could be an excellent quarterback coach. And why not go to the Kingdom and learn from Andy Reid?
Good. He was pretty good on TV too. So
he was. Yeah,
that's why I'm saying he's got a lot of options. I don't think he wants to go somewhere and be the backup.
Who will be your guy? Who will be your guy?
It sounded like when Coach Reid, and again, he's going to say all the right things or whatever. I think they still believe it in Gardner Minshew. I'll be shocked if they don't bring him back. Now
he played like garbage, bro.
Where would you go? I mean, who's going to be available? I mean, if the Cardinals don't re-sign Jacoby Brissett, he's the perfect backup.
Yeah, he is.
He could play if he has to.
I love
Jacoby. Get you through some games. He's not going to win you. He's probably not going to win you many. He's not going to win you the game, but he's certainly not going to lose it either. So that would be a guy that you would take a look at.
He's a good.
I don't know what the Rams are doing with Jimmy Garoppolo. They've got Stetson Bennett there. They've got a high pick. If they don't trade that for Cuffs, they may take a quarterback with either one of those first round picks and make like a Ty Simpson with the 28th or 29th pick and just groom him for when Stafford's done. But then, Jimmy G's is loose. So again, you just somebody that's not, they're going to be comfortable coming knowing their role.
What about Milton from the Dallas Cowboys? He was with the New England Patriots.
He sucks.
Why you say he sucked, Nick? Nick said he sucked.
Get out of here, Nick.
He's terrible.
What? He got a golden arm. He got a golden arm.
You need a guy who's got
Derek Carr. You need Derek Carr.
Successful starting material, and can read defenses. None of these guys you talk about can do either one.
Successful and can read defenses.
And then somebody that Patrick can sit with, and they could break down film together and be like almost peers doing that.
That's where Derek Carr makes the most sense,
because like a Joe Milton is a lot like Anthony Richardson. Got all the physical skills, whatever, but they just haven't played enough football to be like somebody that you can rely on in a pinch. Because maybe you ride with them to get some experience, and you think over time they're going to be good. But for what the Chiefs need is somebody that, hey, if Patrick's not quite ready, you got to play right now. Or maybe 3 games in, the knee's a little sore, we need you this week. I don't know if those guys would be ready in that kind of situation where it's just.
What about Mac Jones? What about Mac Jones?
Mac's still under contract with San Francisco. He signed a 2-year deal last year.
Trade McDuffie for him.
So unless San Francisco is willing to trade him, I think he might stay there.
No, honestly, guys, we just need a nice guy that can come in, know his role, don't mind being a backup. I like Cousins. I think Cousins gonna be the guy. He's the guy.
He's not gonna be. He won't take that job.
If he was willing to do that, I think he just feels like maybe he's got another year starting in him, and he wants.
He's got a better chance to go to the Cardinals than the Chiefs.
I think,
man, I'm all for it. I am all for it.
And you got a few guys out there like that, and if you like Carr, he's not coming back unless he's going to be a starter.
Do you think Malik go to the Jets? You know what I mean? Or he look at Justin Fields is over there and like, nah, I'm not going to do that. as well. So
the Jets it's just a dumpster fire still. I don't know.
It is.
You don't know what exactly they're going to do. I mean, Tyrod Taylor, I don't know if he's like at the end of his deal, they bring him back. You got Fields there.
None of those guys are any good.
Who knows if they're going to play? But Tyrod is like, again, one of those perfect backups. And I think with the Chiefs, he would be a guy that you could rely on for a game or two or a quarter or whatever it was to get that done.
Tyrod Taylor is a good backup. He is. He's a solid backup.
Right.
But speaking of quarterbacks, man, I seen a question a quote out there that said, "Hey, it was 3rd and 20. Well, 4th and 20. You need a touchdown on the line. You had Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Peyton Manning. What guy you taking to put the game on the line to win that game for you? What quarterback you taking? Joe Montana, Peyton Manning?
Where am I at?
4th and 20.
You got
4th and 20 from what part of the field am I on?
You're on the 40-yard line.
So it's 4th and goal to 20.
Plus or minus?
Plus.
Okay, so you're nearly in scoring.
I'm taking Peyton.
You're practically in Butker's range. You're taking, especially at the end of a game, especially if it's a playoff game.
You need a touchdown. You need a touchdown to win.
All right, but first you need 20 yards to get a first down, or you're just saying you've got one
Okay,
play.
let's hold.
So what's the time?
It's 4th and goal from the 20. There's 1 second left on the clock.
So one
You're
play.
down by 6.
You got one play. Okay.
You got one play.
All right.
Who's the quarterback?
Who are my receivers?
Come on, Lou.
What?
Who am I? Oh, wait. Who's my guard? Who's my tackle? Who's my center?
Exactly,
Who's my coach?
right?
And who's my coach? And who's my assistant coach?
So whoever I take, do I get their skill players?
Yes.
No,
All
you
right,
just get
well,
the
then I'm
quarterback.
taking-
You get the quarterback. That's
Well, who
it.
do I?
In
Who
their
am
prime,
I throwing
in
to?
their
Who am I
prime.
throwing
Hold
to?
on,
Who am I
Then?
throwing it to? Okay. Who am I
In
going
their
to?
prime with their best.
If I've got Rice and Taylor, I'm taking Montana.
Okay.
Nah,
If I got Marvin Harrison, I got Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning.
If I've got Tyreek Hill and Travis.
Quarterback, the quarterback to win the game.
Again, that's just a stupid game to play to say what quarterback do you like the most. You tell me, give me some context. What
Okay,
are you
if it's
doing?
me, I'm gonna ask a question. If it's me, I don't care what receivers out there.
We
Not
know
even-
what you're gonna say.
Oh,
You
know
asked
what I
the
was gonna say.
question.
No, if the game is on the line, hey, I hated him. He made me cry. I'm taking Peyton Manning. I'm taking Peyton Manning. I'm taking Peyton Manning over everybody. I was like, the game. I'm taking Peyton. Give me Peyton. I'm a Chiefs fan, but
no,
that goddamn Peyton Manning will find a way.
I'm going with Lou. I'm going Joe Montana.
If I've got the Niners full squad, I'm going with Joe.
Shit.
If I've got Tyreek and Travis, I'm going with Patrick.
You know what? Dan Marino hasn't won a Super Bowl, but damn it, I can't knock Dan Marino. Dan Marino has
one play. If you give me the Marx brothers and Marino, I might take him.
Oh, this is an interesting question because if we go to detail, like Lou stated with some context and receivers, are we talking about what year?
Oh,
right?
Let's go even deeper. Who's playing defense against me?
Oh, hell, right. So if the Patriots 04 defense, 03, 04 defense, I don't know, because if that's the case,
if you got the 85 Bears defense, I'm going Marino all the way, man.
Hell yeah, we'll exploit that.
He torched them on a Monday night down in Miami.
Okay, I got your question.
That was the only game they lost that year.
It said
Marino lit them up.
It said it's 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
You're 4th and 10. And you got to get a touchdown to win the game, but you on the 40-yard line of your 40-yard line with the back end. Yeah, your 40 line, the opponent 40 line. You got a minute and 10 seconds, 2 timeouts. You only can choose one quarterback to it ain't say position groups. It said one quarterback. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Dean Marino, Josh Allen, Joe Montana, Patrick Mahomes, Ben Roethlisberger. Who you choose?
I got Brady.
God,
first off, a minute 10 and 2 timeouts is an eternity.
It is.
So that doesn't
question, Luke.
that doesn't scare me at all. So I've seen it 100 times. I'm taking Patrick every day of the week.
So lose that Patrick. Hands, what you got?
I'm sorry, man. I like Patrick. I love him. I really do. I just think Peyton Manning with my Hall, all that. Hey, I'm taking Peyton. Peyton.
You Nick.
I already said I would go with Joe Montana.
I say Brady. Lou, you said Patrick Mahomes, right?
I'm taking Patrick because I've seen it a million times. If there was 30 seconds left and no timeouts, I mean, somebody just threw up 13 seconds. Come on, what are we talking about here? If you got the right weapons, any of those guys could probably get it done.
And I'm doing it on the era of Montana at his prime. So.
But in terms of just being able to either chuck it through the end zone or dink and dunk it down the field, I'm taking Patrick.
Man,
they said you're going against the old Giants defense. I forgot the name of it.
With Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor.
I'm definitely taking Montana.
You taking Montana? You
I
still
don't know.
taking?
You see a couple of some of those old highlights. He took some abuse from those teams.
He did.
But again, all the quarterbacks did.
I ain't seen. I remember the no-fly zone, man. I remember they went against Brady, man. And even though Brady them still lost, he kept getting up like the taker. Brady is a guy. We didn't see this man in the AFC Championship game or overtime against the Chiefs. I mean, straight down the field. I'm talking about fundamental football. I didn't see this man against the Rams.
So if it's the Giants, so now Belichick is coaching them too. So you got to take that into consideration.
Well, Brady knows Belichick. He knows Belichick. But I'm gonna take Brady. He's just fundamentally sound in these moments. If it ain't Brady, it'd be
I love Pat, man. I love Pat, but ain't no other quarterback that made me cry, man.
Why you say Pat though? Why you say Pat over everybody else though?
I love
my bad. Manny got Manny over Pat?
I got Manny over everybody, man. He covers up to the offensive line. He looking at you. He already know what defense you in. He changing the plays. He didn't even need an offensive coordinator.
And which coach was his demon, his kryptonite?
Belichick.
There you go. So if he's coaching that Giants defense, he's going to know Peyton inside and out. He'll know
going to put Lawrence Taylor on his ass. He's going to put Lawrence Taylor on his ass.
Come on now.
Hey, I love Pat, but ain't no other quarterback made me cry, man. Tom Brady, shoot. If I still see him in person, I probably have a little grudge.
Well, you didn't mention Elway. That was the one. He would have been my. I did. I said. I didn't hear Elway, but I still wouldn't pick him because he really disgusts me. So
basically, you hurt your soul.
I'm sticking with Pat. If it's not Pat, I'm taking Joe.
For the people in the peanut crowd, the peanut oddies, whatever they want to. It's Aaron Rodgers, Joe Montana, what's his name? Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes.
What's his name? You keep adding quarterbacks.
No, I was naming all the quarterbacks they had in the picture. So
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so
forget about the picture. Just choose whoever you want. I mean, that's regardless of who the choices are. I'm taking Pat. Or if I had Rice and Taylor, I'm taking Joe.
So if all those quarterbacks, what was the toughest defense you ever seen? Out of all the
me,
I was thinking of that because on the Super Bowl they were making such a big deal about the Seattle defense. I think that the Ravens defense in 2000 was just ridiculous.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Every level they had like all pros, Hall of Famers. I mean, Rod Woodson was on that team. The 85.
You think Patrick Mahomes can take out those defenses?
The 85. Well, it depends on who.
The Bears were the best one-year defense I ever saw.
I mean, they just overwhelmed people. But again, if you try to do that now with how quickly quarterbacks get the ball out and so forth. And we saw Marino do it in real time. Like I said, that was the only game they lost that year. It was a Monday night in Miami. The Marx brothers, whatever. Yeah, he missed a bunch, but he earned them a bunch too, and they won that game. So, I mean, if you're talking about going against the 85 Bears, I saw Marino do it, so I'd go with him.
Hey, what was the defense? The Redskins called them the Hogs. Was that 90?
That was their offensive line.
Nah, what was the defense? Their defense was pretty stout too, man.
There were two. I think the Minnesota, the Purple People Eaters were great, but I think the 85 Bears was the best defense for a single season. Start to finish that I think I've ever seen. They
were overwhelming. I mean, Buddy Ryan was the defensive coordinator. Wilbur Marshall was like unblockable. Richard Dent.
Do you think the 2018 Chiefs can take out that defense?
No.
It's hard to say because they did have some deficiencies, like the corners and the safeties didn't have as much speed.
I don't think the offensive line can hold up.
Patrick, that's the thing, does the offensive line hold up? But again, offenses have gotten so much more sophisticated that Bear front and everything, you would figure it out, right? So it's hard to say. But as far as watching it in real time, it was ridiculous. I mean,
man,
you watch the physicality of the Bears.
Like Phil Simms goes into Soldier Field and it was made to look silly. The they shut out. They had shutouts all the way up to the Super Bowl, and I think the Patriots got they scored 10. It was like 46-10 in the Super Bowl, and it was Yeah, it was just a mismatch every week.
Yeah.
What defense was they running? Was it running? I think it was running a bear, wasn't they? Were they running a something like what was they running? Was it a 4-3, 46? What defense was they running?
Well, they called it 46 defense.
46 deep.
Doug Plank was the safety, and he was number 46.
Okay.
And then Gary Fensick was the other safety. So you could really mess those guys up in coverage because they weren't really cover guys. And then the corners were good, but they weren't great. The front seven was just ridiculous. So if you could block them up,
you had a chance.
You had a chance.
There you go.
And I think in this day and age, they would have been, you would have caught up to them. But I would say that 2000 Ravens defense was just, that was sick too.
I'm gonna say New England Patriots, man. That's the year they went to. They went 2002. I think Peyton Manning played. Got big. Was the 03 Hense when the Chiefs lost to Peyton Manning? Was the 03 lost to Peyton Manning in the playoffs?
I can't talk about that game.
So what I'm saying, because after that, because that's the New England defense was stout. They defensive front was stout, man. You know what I'm saying? Seymour, you had Teddy Bruschi was out there, Ty Law. That to me was my even though I hated New England, but their defense was raw. They was built for any.
What about the Steelers?
Mike Vrabel.
What about the Steelers?
Yeah, the Steelers Steel Curtain back in the 70s. I mean, they.
I'm talking about with Troy Polamalu.
Polamalu and Jerry Porter. Jerry Porter in them.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say because they're all different. They're kind of different eras, so it's hard to say which would be better. But to me, again, the 85 Bears, 2000 Ravens, the Eagles defense last year.
I must say one thing Lou usually exploited was the Bears secondary, the 85 Bears. Yes, they can get a hell of a pass rush, but if you can block them just enough, you can take advantage of their secondary. So
that's what the Dolphins did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you really can hold up against them, I think you can really exploit that. But
that was just it. No one could.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But if you look at New England though, when they had Bruschi and Belichick as the coach, and the weapons, the pieces, the personnel they had, man, it was hard for you to do that because it was a mental thing with New England. You know what I'm saying? They was mentally tough. So I'll go with New England because I just love they pedigree and what they represent.
All right, build your quarterback. Arm, brain, mind, wise. I'm just playing. We're gonna close that. If I had to build my perfect quarterback, Tom Brady would be the brain.
He's got a picture.
He got a gold picture.
I'm so glad we had a main topic today. Good job.
It's an X-ray. It's an X-ray with all these.
I promise you on Monday we'll talk about Jeremiyah Love. I promise.
Oh man,
we didn't talk about him. But other than that, guys, we'll thank everybody for joining in. Be much love and happy Valentine's for all the ladies out there.
Hey, man, hold on. I posted a video.
I saw that. Yeah, it was an interesting question. Do you normally get flowers?
Yeah. See, my lady, man, she got me a big thing of flowers. It was weird to me. I was like, what the hell? Like
already or last year?
Hey, we do our stuff early. So
okay.
So I got early. I got to think of balloons and stuff. So I'm like, damn, do brothers do we get gifts on Valentine's Day?
Yeah,
I would think so. I mean, if you're in that type of relationship, I would think that's right.
I'm just saying.
And my wife refuses to accept flowers on Valentine's Day.
Really?
Yeah.
So does she catch the guy at the door and say, "Nope, not this time, buddy"?
I learned my lesson.
Take him back.
The first year we were dating, I sent
take
her
him to the neighbors
on Valentine's Day, and she gave me crap. She goes, "Everybody does that on Valentine's Day." So the next year,
so it's like mind games, Nick. Yeah. You gotta be unique.
The second year,
you gotta bring your A game, man. Anybody could send flowers.
That's right. That's so tough. I did it a day before the next year.
Anybody could pick up a phone. Anybody could go to the 1-800-Flowers website.
Yeah,
damn, this is my games, man.
Damn. So like candy. So what do you do? Candy, lingerie.
Well, I think that's a little personal.
What?
I'm a flower guy.
We're not looking for
a box of Trojan.
We don't need pictures. What lingerie is perfectly
well for me. I use
acceptable that it's not always a Valentine's Day gift.
Okay.
We usually go out to dinner and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
my wife said she wanted to stay in and we cook together, romantic dinner or something like that together.
Okay,
I'll watch a movie. But other than that, man does receive gifts as well. So you know, a lot of girls don't like flowers these days.
Do you recall what you got last year, Hense?
I think I got.
Don't get.
was
Their shit's by the door now. Don't get that shoe.
That's the thing he has to remember.
I think it was something I got. I forgot.
Remember. We live, Hense. Remember, we live now. Don't get that inside your head, boy.
Or do you just tell your wife, "Hey, you got me 365. What do you need? What more do you
that's
need?"
me. You got me all year.
You want a good movie to watch tomorrow night?
What's that?
Predator Badlands. If you have not seen it,
That's my movie.
It is the best movie I've seen in the last 12 months.
Very romantic.
Hands down.
Very
romantic.
Hands down.
Hey, Lou. Hey, Nick. It caught me off guard.
I
Nick.
watched it 3 times in the last week and a half.
Hey, it caught me off guard, Nick. It's good.
It was so good. I can't wait for the sequel.
Now who's in that?
Predator. Well, the unknown for who played the Predator, and then the only other person is what's her name? I
don't know her name.
I gotta look it up.
She was incredible.
So Arnold is not in it.
No, this is an updated cast.
Hey, it's from the
director of Elle Fanning plays 2 roles in this movie. She's fantastic. The movie is not what you expect from a Predator film. Best movie I've seen by far in the last 12 months.
Hey, Nick, she played both. She played the sister. She played both sisters.
She played both ends of the sister. Absolutely.
Oh my God, it was amazing. It was amazing.
Okay. With that said, guys, happy Valentine's Day to the ladies, my wife, daughter.
Yes.
You better say that. Forget what you got last year. Forget what you got last year. You better say that.
Hey,
love is the answer.
Love is in the air. Where's the love boat theme?
You better say that. You better say love is in the air because that shoe was coming.
All right.
Jeremiah Love is the answer.
Jeremiah.
Everybody have a great weekend. Go Rock Chalk Jayhawk at Iowa State tomorrow at noon. Excited about that. My son's got a swim meet this weekend.
Okay.
So
let's go. Let's fast, Zale. Go fast.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
To the team, every victory we slay. Chiefs Blitz Podcast, where the real fans unite. Every touchdown score, reignite the night. From tailgate chatter to post-game debate, we love our Chiefs, yeah, it's never too late.